Oh, what a happy ending it was to the football season, everyone. As the Kansas City Chiefs' bid at a three-peat was put to a satisfying end after the Eagles beat the shit out of them in the Super Bowl 40-22. To celebrate the occasion, why don't we recap the big game, see exactly what went wrong for the Chiefs, and then at the end of the recap, give you my exact thoughts on KC's dynasty. Without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, that new scoreboard sucks! Anyways, the game didn't start off so promisingly, because on the Eagles' first drive, they converted on a 4th and 2 passing play, but it was called back due to offensive pass interference on A.J. Brown. At the time, many people were thinking that the game was already over, it was going to be a long night full of BS calls, KC was going to three-peat easily, blah blah blah. But boy oh boy, were we dead wrong. After KC stalled out on their first drive, Jalen Hurts converted on some beautiful throws, setting Philly up 1st and goal at the 1. Where they would tush-push their way into the end zone to take a 7-0 lead. On KC's ensuing drive, they would go a quick 3-and-out. And then on the Eagles' ensuing drive, Jalen Hurts would make his only slip-up of the game, throwing a bad interception on 3rd and 10 with Philly in field goal range. But that's okay, because KC would go 3-and-out once again, and then on Philly's next drive, they would extend their lead to 10-0 after booting a 48-yard field goal, where at this point, some fans were starting to shit themselves as it was a 10-point lead for a team playing against Mahomes in the Super Bowl, a very similar situation that Mahomes has been in many times before. But only this time, though, things were different, because on KC's ensuing drive, Mahomes would throw an interception to Cooper DeJean that would be returned for a touchdown. Damn, what a nice thing of Mahomes to do, throw Cooper DeJean a pick 6 on his birthday. What a nice birthday gift. After both teams exchanged punts, Mahomes then said to the fans,
"Wanna see me run to that mountain and back? You wanna see me do it again?"
As he threw another interception, this time to Zach Baum, to set up Philly from KC's 14-yard line, where 2 plays later, Jalen Hurts would find A.J. Brown for an easy touchdown to extend the lead to 24-0 Eagles at halftime. Mahomes and the Chiefs would get the ball to start the second half, where they would quickly stall out and punt. Then, on Philly's ensuing drive, they would kick a field goal. Then on KC's ensuing drive, they would commit a turnover on downs at midfield, and then Philly essentially put the nail in the coffin, dashing any hopes of Kansas City committing a 28-3 2.0 after Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith connected on a 46-yard touchdown to extend the lead to 34-0. The rest of the game essentially just included Mahomes stat padding his stats by scoring garbage time touchdowns, and we even got to see Kenny Pickett take a couple of snaps for Philly. Damn, imagine telling Steelers fans 2 years ago that Kenny Pickett would win a Super Bowl for the state of Pennsylvania. Anyways, when it was all said and done, the Eagles won the Super Bowl 40-22, Jalen Hurts was named Super Bowl MVP, and the ever-so-dreaded possibility of Kansas City three-peating was put to a complete end. Now, here comes the fun part of the video. The part I've been getting myself amped up for, and that is discussing why the Chiefs dynasty will never, and I mean never, be better than the Patriots dynasty. Because during the week leading up to the Super Bowl, I was hearing people say that the Chiefs would not only three-peat, but would become the best dynasty in the NFL, would become better than what the Patriots dynasty was. And right here, right now, I'm going to be putting those claims to rest. And I'm not just saying all this as a Patriots fan myself. I'm straight up speaking facts here. So to start off, we have the most obvious fact, and that is that not only did the Patriots dynasty last for so long, which was 20 years, but what they accomplished during those 20 years is simply unmatched and will continue to be unmatched, no matter what the hell Kansas City does during the rest of their dynasty. 6 Super Bowl championships, 9 Super Bowl appearances, 13 AFC Championship appearances, including 8 consecutive years in the chip, 17 AFC East titles, including 11 consecutive ones would have been 18 if Bernard Pollard didn't tear Tom's ACL in 2008. An undefeated season. 19 straight seasons with a winning record. I mean, how the hell can this shit be unmatched? Even if Kansas City's dynasty lasts another 10 years, there is no way in hell they're going to top all of the things that the Patriots accomplished over their 20-year dynasty. It's just impossible. Another reason why the Patriots will always be better is because, well, to put it simply, Casey's dynasty just feels fake. Think about it. A majority of Casey's wins this season were by one score. They never scored 30 points in a regular season game this season. And the ways they won games, oh, don't get me started. They either won games via ref ball or black magic. Isaiah Likely's toe out of bounds on opening night versus the Ravens, pass interference versus the Bengals, no pass interference versus the Falcons, blocked field goal versus Denver, barely beating the Panthers, fumbled snap versus the Raiders, doinked field goal versus the Chargers, personal foul penalty versus the Texans in the divisional round, Xavier Worthy's no catch being a catch versus the Bills in the AFC Championship game, Josh Allen's first down not being called a first down, also against the Bills in the AFC Championship game. And the list just goes on and on and on. The Patriots never got this many breaks or had all their games rigged in favor of them. They genuinely worked hard to build their dynasty. There's also the debate on who the GOAT truly is, Tom or Mahomes, with many people also claiming that Mahomes is or will become the GOAT during that week leading up to the Super Bowl. And my response to that?
You serious?
As I've already alluded to, what Tom did during his 20-year dynasty with the Patriots is unprecedented, winning 6 Super Bowls as opposed to the 3 Mahomes has right now. And again, it doesn't matter what Mahomes does the rest of his career. He's not surpassing Tom in every category of sheer dominance. But that's not the only thing that makes Tom better than Mahomes. You also have to consider the fact that during Tom's first season with the Buccaneers in 2020, at the age of 43, he won a Super Bowl, proving he could win outside of New England as well. Oh, and who did he beat in that Super Bowl? Yep, Patrick Mahomes. And remember, that game wasn't even close. Which actually leads me into my next 2 points, the first one being Tom versus Mahomes in the playoffs. As great as Mahomes has been throughout his career thus far, the 2 times he's had to face off against Tom Brady in the playoffs, Tom Brady won, proving that Mahomes isn't the best if he can't beat the best. And that other point I wanted to bring up has to do with Tom and Mahomes' Super Bowl losses. In Tom Brady's 3 Super Bowl losses, all 3 games were decided by 1 score, meaning that he and the Patriots were always in it to win it until the very end of the game. Whereas in Mahomes and the Chiefs' 2 Super Bowl losses, those games were blowouts. They never stood a chance. Proving that if you had to choose between the 2 QBs as to who will give you a better chance at winning a Super Bowl, it would be Tom Brady, because he'll keep your team in it until the very end. Oh, and my final point that I want to bring up when talking about which dynasty is better has to do with which tight end is better, Gronk or Kelsey. And I'm not going to waste my time on this. For those of you who think Kelsey is better, simply just watch these highlights of Gronk, and hopefully this will change your mind. So yeah, I think I've said everything I've needed to say for this video. Congratulations to the Eagles for winning the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs' loss proves that their dynasty will never be better than the Patriots' dynasty, no matter what they do for the rest of their dynasty run. Unless, of course, Casey's dynasty run might already be over. Until next time, Pensters, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.